Well, it looks a little bit like a disaster now. It took forever to kind of wait the winter out. I mean, like 6 months of no work on it. But I got all the pieces for the floor cut. This piece and that piece between the engine, or that the engine sits between. I got those resined and screwed in on the edges. I put a bead of spray foam, and then I just took my 4-inch angle grinder and held a little piece at 1/2 inch on the edge and to where I want it to match up. Ground it down to that so it'll rest on that. After I got those pieces set, I added a little more foam just to fill a little void where I didn't cut it perfect, and I'm gonna put a piece of glass on top of it and wrap it up the sides, kind of tab it a little bit. That's the piece that goes in the middle. In the storage, I had some big pieces of 1-inch plywood just laying around my house. I cut them up and fit them in there, real sloppy, but that's in the middle of the floor. Foamed them in just now. I just added those little pieces of steel to kind of hold them flush with each other, because I'm going to put glass over the top of them. My bulkhead there is kind of in the way, but it's going to separate 2 different storage units, which is fine. In fact, I think I might have to trim that down for the lid I'm going to put on it. We'll see. I can do that easy later. Excess resin I just spread it on top of the plywood. I didn't bother wasting any on the edges where I'm going to tab it later. I cut myself some 1.5 to 2-inch strips just for the top of the stringer. So I put a little resin on the stringer, laid those little strips on there, added some more, and then screwed it down. I bought a countersink bit just so that the screws get down in there. I don't want them in the way later when I got to do my floor, my covering. I got a pretty nice material planned out. Added a little bit around the transom, never hurts. Anyway, back at it, coming along, pretty excited.